Flea Bottom is where we begin. A place so charming that even the fleas are thinking about moving out. You're scraping by, surviving on whatever scraps you can find, and dreaming big. Knighthood big. But here's the thing. While most noble kids are getting knightly training, you're growing up dodging diseases and trying not to starve. With nothing but a vague idea of what being a knight involves, you set off on your journey. This is your rags to slightly better rags story. Now, before you go charging into battles, you'll need some armor. You could go out and buy some, but let's be real, armor is expensive and you've got the net worth of a beggar. Instead, you might come across a suit of armor that's been, let's say, donated by someone who decided to stop breathing permanently and figure, well, waste not, want not. Now, normally you need another knight to knight you, but hey, who's gonna question you? You're handsome, armed and now armored, and sometimes you've just got to take matters into your own hands. Now, if you want people to stop looking at you like you just stole your armor from a corpse, which, let's be honest, you did, you head to Ashford and join the tournament. Nothing says knights like a bunch of guys gathering to bash each other's heads in for gold and glory. When you arrive, you then meet a boy with a big old bald head. Quick tip, you should always befriend a bald boy with purple eyes and suspiciously silvery blonde eyebrows. You never know what magic can happen when they're at your side. At the tourney, and in true Westerosi fashion, things go sideways fast. While you're minding your own business, an unstable Targaryen prince, Aerion Brightflame, decides to beat up a puppeteer for kicks. You, being the upright knight you aspire to be, intervene by giving the prince a nice smack to the head. Luckily, you made friends with that bald egg boy because he is actually Aegon Targaryen, the youngest son of Prince Maekar. And he spares you from being punished since he wants to be your squire. Unfortunately, happy Mr. Brightflame challenges you to a trial by 7, where you have to fight him and 6 of his buddies in a medieval death match. Now, you're not just fighting for honor, you're fighting for your life. The problem, you need 6 other knights to fight with you, and let's be honest, you're not exactly swimming in friends. But somehow you manage to cobble together a team, including the noble Prince Baelor Targaryen, heir to the Iron Throne. The trial itself is brutal, swords clashing, armor denting and blood spilling. How about you guess what happens next? A. You get your legs broken. B. You get knocked out instantly at the start. And C. Aerion trips and falls and you get the upper hand. If your answer is D, you take down Aerion and make him withdraw his accusations like a little bitch, but the heir to the Iron Throne gets his head bashed in, you were right. So what started as a way to earn a few coins ends with you accidentally changing Westerosi history. Now that you're officially a knight, well, sort of, you're going to need a squire. So you pick Egg as yours. Together you form an odd duo. The knight with a heart of gold and the little bald-headed royal with a knack for trouble. You teach him the knightly ways while he unknowingly preps you for a future way above your pay grade. Congratulations, you've survived Ashford. But knighthood is like a never-ending series of side quests that nobody warned you about. So you and Egg hit the road, landing in the service of some washed-up, grumpy old knight who's got about as much honor left as a drunk septon. Case in point, you get caught up in a water rights dispute. What starts as a squabble over a damned stream quickly escalates, because nothing in Westeros stays simple for long. Before you know it, you're facing off against a steward in a trial by combat. Again, this isn't a glamorous joust. You're in for some down and dirty brawling, where the only thing between you and a one-way trip to the bottom of a pond are your fists and whatever brain cells you've got left. You manage to win, not because you're the best swordsman, but because you know when to fight smart and when to drown someone in a stream. Just when you think you've earned a breather, you stumbled into a wedding tourney at White Walls. Seems harmless, right? Wrong! This is Westeros. Even weddings comes with hidden daggers and secret plots. But this isn't just any tourney. It's a front for a conspiracy to crown a new Blackfyre pretender. John the Fiddler. Daemon II. You end up smack in the middle of this mess, exposing the conspiracy like a true protagonist, even if it means nearly getting shanked by some jealous goons. But you don't just survive, you turn the tables, helping to snuff out the second Blackfyre rebellion before it even gets off the ground. Sure, you're left with a few more scars and enemies, but yeah, that's just part of the gig. So you've survived countless battles and trained the future king. Now it's time for that little bald-headed boy to name you his Lord Commander of the King's Guard, the elite group of knights sworn to protect the king. Your first big test as a King's Guard? Another rebellion. This isn't just any rebellion. This is the Targaryens versus the last Blackfyre wannabe who thought 4 times the charm. Enter Daemon III, aka the boss battle you didn't ask for but somehow got stuck with it. You've honed your skills in the back alleys of Flea Bottom, on the muddy roads of Westeros, and in the brutal chaos of countless battles. All of that experience comes to bear as you clash with Daemon. It's a brutal, bloody fight, but in the end, you give him the Lomi treatment.
What the fuck's a Lomi?
Delivering a decisive blow that ends the rebellion before it can even gain any real momentum. With Daemon III now doing his best impression of a pincushion, you've officially squashed the Blackfyre drama, and you've cemented your place not just as a member of the Kingsguard, but as one of the greatest knights in the history of Westeros. You've proven that it's not noble birth or titles that make you a knight. It's courage, honor, and the willingness to beat people to death with your bare hands. As you wipe the blood from your sword, you know that you've fulfilled your oath to the king and the 7 kingdoms. And while your story isn't over yet, you've already ensured your name will be remembered for generations to come. And there you have it. If you followed this guide to the letter, you're well on your way to becoming a legendary knight of the 7 kingdoms. Sure, you'll need courage, honor and all that jazz, but with enough grit and a little magic bald-headed boy by your side, you'll carve your name into the annals of Westeros. Now the only question left is, where in Westeros would you want to be a knight? Would you defend the frozen north, serve in the bustling courts of King's Landing, or maybe roam as a Hedge knight in the Reach? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, you street urchins.